Hi everyone, I am back. So I wanted to do a quick update since the Arnold has passed and I want to get better at my YouTube again. So I decided I kind of want to give a quick update on feedback and kind of how the weekend went and then where we're going from here. So as you know, we had the Arnold this past weekend, and when I say it was one of the most unforgettable experiences I've ever had, it truly, truly was. So this is my very first Arnold, and I had never experienced an Arnold, just the Olympia before. So I didn't really know what to expect. And going into it, I knew that it was super special just because of the fact that, we had to apply to be a competitor at the Arnold. And just because you apply doesn't mean you'll get accepted. You do have to be invited. And once we found out that I was invited, and can't remember the exact date of when it was. I think it was like shortly after Christmas, I want to say. Maybe 2 weeks after, maybe a week before, something like that. No, it was like 2 weeks before, I think. So, yeah, I cried and I couldn't believe it because I didn't know, if we would get accepted, and if we didn't, it's okay, like you just roll with it and you apply the next year, right? So I was extremely grateful just for the opportunity just to compete here. It was in Columbus, Ohio, and in the past, I've always been a spectator, my husband and I, and we've just enjoyed the expo, walking around, being a part of the core nutritionals booth, and just experiencing it all. So this was very, very new for us, just to be an athlete here and to be a part of it. So I want to say thank you to everyone at the Arnold for just taking such great care of us. It felt very different. Obviously, they made sure that we were well taken care of to get there. And then obviously, this is a big deal for me. I know it's a big deal for everybody else too, but the fact that we had microwaves in our room, I think that's just thank you. That goes a long way as competitors and obviously just traveling in general. So, was very, very grateful about that. And I loved that everything took place in the hotel that we were at, along with the convention center. It was just super easy. And anytime that you needed help, there was always someone there to help us and tell us where to go or where to meet. It was very well organized and structured. But I honestly was just so excited just to walk on that stage. Like I said, in the past, I've always just watched and I've never truly experienced it as a competitor, but it was one of the most awesome feelings, so you always feel prepared going into a show. I mean, for the most part, you practice so much, you know your routine like the back of your hand, but you always, get a little bit of nerves before you step on stage, which is completely normal. We all experience it. And especially if you've never experienced a show like this before or just a show in general, right? So walking out, I felt really good, and you never truly know how you do until after, when you see your friends and your family and your coach and you're like, so like, how did I look? Like, I don't know, or until you see the footage. So I truly didn't know how I looked or how I ended up doing my routine on stage until after. And to say the least, I was honestly very, very grateful for how I presented my routine. I've been practicing for a while. I knew nothing about posing for the longest time. So to step out on that stage and be able to actually envision and execute what I was planning to do, that made me feel so good. But it was awesome. And to hear my number get called out in the first call outs and to end up placing 5th at my very first Arnold. I mean, I'm just so grateful. And the group of girls that we had there it was an amazing feeling to be on stage with all of them. They're all so special, all so sweet. And I think all of us together, it was very uplifting being with each other backstage. And it was very motivating, like where was some of the best girls? And a lot of the times we've competed with each other in the past. So it's always nice just to be with them and just to obviously motivate each other and just, wish each other luck before we step on stage, and just always look out for each other when we're backstage, and, just talking about everything. So it's really nice to have that community of women also on stage with you, just because you're not alone, like we're all going through it, and we're all, experiencing something so special to us that we'll always remember. So that was one of the most unforgettable experiences. And, with Angelica retiring, it was so touching. She's one of the most sweetest people I've ever met. And I told her backstage, she's just such a light. She's such a great ambassador for this sport. And anytime that you're around her and you just hear her talk and just speak to you, it feels very motivating. And she has this light about her. And she's just very positive. It's hard sometimes to always stay positive, especially if you've been in this industry a long time, right? Like you go through ups and downs and whatever, you go through it all. She was one of the ones that I looked up to as I got into it. I hadn't even competed yet. And I remember literally her exact look was exactly what I wanted for when I stepped on stage. So she's truly such an amazing person, and I'm just excited to obviously keep watching her after she retires and, what she plans to do. I know she's still gonna always look awesome and be amazing at everything that she does. So that was amazing, just to experience that with her last time on stage. But so after finals, we ended up enjoying some time together. My husband, coach, and my mom was there too. So that was really amazing. And I'm just glad that she was able to witness that, my mom, just because I'm trying to get her to know more about the sport. She's trying to learn as much as she can, but it's a lot, especially when, you haven't really done it before or experienced it. So she's learning. So I was just happy that she was there just to watch me. But so when it comes to my feedback, so I'm not done competing yet. We still obviously need to qualify for the Olympia this year. So our feedback was that I just needed to come in a little bit tighter in my backside pretty much. So my glutes and my tie-ins primarily, which I kind of expected, and that's okay, right? So this gives us a good opportunity. First off, I didn't know how it was going to be with our feedback from the Olympia and, how we would look on stage this time around. So it was hard to tell, what it was or what we should look like as far as stepping on stage again. Just because it had been, a few months, and my feedback was to pretty much work on my lower body and my glutes. So right after the Olympia, we literally just went at it, and we started doing everything that we can to make sure we added on the mass that we needed for my glutes again and my legs. So we did that, but again, we didn't know where it would stand on stage and against everyone else. So it was really awesome to see where we landed with the feedback that we had from the Olympia. I was super grateful for that, because then at that point I knew that we were on the right track. And so with the feedback that we got, just being a little bit tighter in the backside, but everything else looked really good. My muscle was back in my glutes and my legs, and just, upper body looked good. So just hearing that made me feel awesome, because I know what we're doing is working and we're almost there, so I have a little bit of work to do, which we all do. I'm excited for, because I know that we can do this. Our plan next, as long as we're ready by then, our plan next is to do the Charlotte Pro in Charlotte, North Carolina, which I'm from North Carolina. So it's super easy to get there. And then after that, we plan on probably doing Pittsburgh and then going from there. So obviously we need to qualify for the Olympia this year, and we're going to make it happen. So it's just a matter of going, doing these shows, seeing where we land, what's the feedback, and going from there. But yes, so I wanted to give a little update, and I want to obviously share a little bit more this time around leading into my other shows. I wasn't great about it leading into the Arnold, but I want to be better about it, and I will. So let me know if there's anything specific that you want me to show or kind of go over or to include. So yeah, thank you for listening and just watching this little update, and I hope to hear from you guys and see you guys. And thank you, by the way, for all the support that you guys have given me. It truly, truly, truly means so much to me. And I feel like I wouldn't be here without the support of, obviously, my husband, my family, my coach, and just everyone who has just taken the time to just say great job or congratulations or you look great. Just, it doesn't matter what it was or what it is. Like, it truly means a lot to me that you guys have taken the time just to say something to me, and it goes a really long way. And I want to say thank you so much. So I hope to obviously share everything that I can that you guys want to see. And again, let me know if there's anything in specifics that you want to see, and I will do my best to make sure that I share that. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys soon.